sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Blues.
Set to kick off.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Just get the play off. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Prescott
5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Down Jacksonville.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And now he's going to use his legs. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got it. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Blues, nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. This one caught by Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Blues nothing.
Uses the stiff arm. He can run for it, and he will. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
35-yard line.
From the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Complete.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Off the option, that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to number 16.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At their 48-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Gain on the play.
That one goes for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Prescott off play action, sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
To the air again, Mariota. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mariota again. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Good.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Mike 20. Let's go, defense. Our time.
A first down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action.
Let's do this.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
First and 10.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Watch the screen. Check 31. Check 31. Jim. Switch.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Switch gears. Alert flare.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
and you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Mariota. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A first down throw for Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Mariota on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Throw it, Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Wide open receiver complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
McCaffrey on the handoff.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Mariota's pass.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Mariota. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a gain of 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
That's good.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the gun, Mariota gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7th. His pass caught at the 4. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Makes it 3rd and...
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Under 10, 10. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On play action, Prescott. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Jacksonville, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.